Good morning, it's Bev at Planetcrochet. I'm going to show you how I put the heads on, because on the patterns there's no instructions, it just says secure the head on. I didn't know whether to put it on the edge, you know, as in like that, but then I thought, well, that don't look right. And obviously it's your blanket, you do it as you like, because when I turn the monkey around you're going to think, what the heck. I'm pretty proud of the fox and the donkey I've done, but the monkey is a bit, anyway, let's just go with it. What you need to do, if you haven't got stitch markers, find a few safety pins, because that's what you're going to need, or you can use the colour black, or if you've got any spare of the other colour in your kit, so it stands out. What I did was, at the top where you finished, count evenly to the middle stitch or gap. This is the stitch. I can't remember how it worked out for these other two, donkey and fox, but for this one it's in the middle stitch. Find that. And then, because you want it to be straight, you can have a kink, you know, you can have it cute kinking that way, it's up to you how you do it, but you want it to be straight-ish on the blanket. So what I did was, turn it over, top stitch, go to the base, you're in another stitch, which I know you know that, but go down and find the stitches and then get yourself a straight line. That's how I've been doing it. And then, really proud of this. Anyway, I've finished the head. So I've done right what the pattern says, round and round, and I've put the tail. That's another thing. It doesn't say how long to leave a tail. I'll just read the, hold on. Right, I'm looking at the monkey pattern right now. It says on the last round, you've got 6 stitches left, which is there. It says cut the thread, pull it tight and sew it up. But I don't want loads of tails. And if you crochet or knit, you appreciate tails are not the in thing. So what I did was, because there's plenty from when you do the blanket to the head, so far with 3, I've got some left from each pattern of each colour. So you've got plenty. I didn't measure it. So I went round and round like you do when you close up any teddy bear. And then that, I don't know what's that, sort of 1.5 feet, 18 inches. Definitely don't be any less than 12, because one, you don't want to leave yourself short, you know, when you're sewing it in on the blanket. You want it to be nice, even and flat. The fox at the back. Now, because the fox is a cone shape to the nose, that's the principle I went with. I can't remember the donkey, he's in the other room. But with the fox, I went down the middle, and all I did was, you know, this, I can't think of the name, post on the stitch. That's why I put marker in from there to there. Just went down, and then I did a few in a V shape. Now, as the monkey's round, just go with it when you keep once you've done the down bit. That's how I did it, because you want to go down and see what it looks like from the front, from the sides, and that's why I did this, to try and get it straight so I can go down evenly on the stitches. Now on the edge, I went on the post. I didn't go into the top of the stitch, I just went round the post. So I used that kind of principle, where's my needle? I used that kind of principle where you go in and then go through the head, go around, so it's like a round and round and round and round. And big tip, when you first do it, do not pull tight, just make it loose. I've just gone and done that on here, I should have showed you, but just do it loose. So you've got a little gap between, so it's like on a bit of a string, but it's going round and round and round through the head. So put on some music, I watch YouTube while I'm doing stuff. Do that, so you're just chilling out and enjoy the process. So we're going to start in the post with the stitch marker or your safety pin or a piece of yarn. So approximately stand it up. It does stand by itself. And when you've done your closing the back of your teddy's head, what I do is just pop it in, and it's only approximate. Let me just move the fork so I don't attach that door. On a hard surface would be good. And you'll see what I mean. Move that. And just go through the bottom of the teddy and see where it comes out. There you go. Now, approximately, you see the little double crochet, UK terminology. I went in the natural holes. Like that. Oops, a daisy. Not that it matters, but I just like to do that. So it saves you picking up the work. So again, just double check. Turn your teddy around and just make sure it looks okay from all angles. And you've gone down through the teddy's head enough, you know, underneath. You don't want to be at the back here and then you're pulling it because it's going to go like that. You want it to sit nice and you want it to be the tail coming out. So you're going to attach to the post of this stitch. Now if you're in a gap because of your stitch count, same principle, go left or right, doesn't matter which one, and then use that stitch. So I'm going to go around the post. And then where you've come out, just approximately go through one stitch. Because you want to do little and more. You don't want to do a big, you know, like go through two stitches width that way. You just want a nice fine line, then attach it some more either side. That's how I've done it. I'm no professional, but that's how I do it. You bit all fingers and thumbs until you get going. And then you want to go in the same way. Top of the next stitch down. And then same again, just one stitch around the post. Same again. Now stop, just pull it snug but not tight and sit it on, move it around just so it's okay with the back flush at the top and at the side, but especially from the front. Ignore the buggy-eyed monkey. And I will do that because you don't want it face down like that, but you want it so his little nose is sticking up according to the pattern. Oh, I haven't put his nose on, that's why he looks weird. I'll have to do that after. I'll put his nose in. I'm thinking he looks a bit bald on the nose. Anyway, so just keep doing that. Just lifting it up and don't do too many. So keep your eye on your stitch marker. So go around a post and then through the top or bottom of the stitch, however you want to word it. And the same again on your head. I'm going around the post, around in the head. Because if you do it a little bit at a time, what you can do is just see how it looks. Now if you've gone off slightly, you can pull it out, or when you come to do second line going back on the left and right, you can just pull it down a little bit. But this is where you don't want to do it too tight, and this first line I found I wanted to get that correct. So just follow up your stitches. You see I've gone a little ways off there, but I'll be fine. I'm not going to go all the way down to this stitch marker. I was just using that as a guide. And another tip is when you do tighten it, check under your blanket at the back, because you don't want to pucker it, where is it, so much. You're going to have some visible sewing because you want the head firm but not tight. Now, for me, is that enough? Let's have a look. Yeah, because I don't want it to go too far. I don't want it to go down. I might do one more on the blanket, and then I'll tighten. If once you find this straight one is good, the first line, you could then go left and right. So do the same principle, but take your time, and you can tilt your head. And that's how I've done it. That's why a hard surface is great for doing this. You sit at your table. And I'm going to go in the same ones, but don't catch your... It's really hard to catch this thread because it's not like normal yarn. And once you're happy with it, as I said, pull those stitches firm. Turn it round. If I go from the side, and I use my needle to do so. So get the first thread and just pull. You can just tease it because you've not pulled it tight. You can tease it, but use your needle. I found is easiest. You can use your hook if you want, but I use a needle. And then you can just pull as well. Now, because you're going to go left and right of the first line, if it's a little bit loose, but you don't want to pull it too tight, you can firm it up on the way back. And that's all I did to secure it. See, it's not too bad at the back. Then, whoops-a-daisy. I realised I went in the same one, didn't I? You want to tease it, but just double check. Turn it round. Now it's going to wobble because it's only got one line of stitching, and then you're going to go back and secure a little bit on the left and the right. Now these are just going to be props. For me, these are not going anywhere, so I'm not bothered to look like roadkill. That's my terminology, I call it. So I'm going to leave that stitch marker and the one at the back, and then I know how to go back to each one. But I find that's okay, because I don't want his nose being pushed in there, but I know he's firm enough. See? You could leave it like that if you wish, but I recommend very close to the posts at either side, and then go just at the next stitches there. And then you really know that it's sewn on securely, and that's it. If you have any questions, please leave them below this video about putting the head on, or the monkey, because as you can look at the pattern, if you've got the monkey, I followed the pattern to the letter, and then I looked, and that's not what it looks like on the photo. Now I know they can AI and Photoshop, but according to those eyes, what I'm looking at, they look what I've done. So I've done an extra round here, I've done an extra round here. Now the ears look fine on the picture, but I wanted an extra one, and I like as it's come in, but I'm going to show you how to do that. The first head I will be doing is the fox, because that is the most requested. I will be doing the fox first. Yeah, and that's how I've gone along. I haven't even started anything of the giraffe yet. I haven't even done the blanket because I've been so busy. Just to finish off your teddy, when I've gone through up and down underneath as well, so I'll do the middle, left and right, and then I'll just play around, because that's why I leave a long tail, and put go backwards and forwards down the same what you've already done, but don't pull it too tight. Go up through into the head, and to finish off, follow the natural holes in your teddy. Backwards and forwards. Don't pull too tight because you'll distort all your work. But I do it always at the back. If you can do this underneath here as well, that's great. And that's all I do to get rid of the tail. And I know it's secure now to the blanket, so I'm just weaving in just to get rid of the tail. Now when it comes to the very end, take it off, scissors, because the hook will pull all the stuffing out. And because you've used the natural holes in the stitches, all I do is, I had a pointy pair of scissors, that's better, pointier the better. I could open this, but I may, with the sharpness, because these are brand new, I could cut what I've already done, so I'm not going to do that. And then just wiggle it in, and there you go. He's got to have his paws put on. But that's how I sew the heads on. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, as it does help my channel out. And I will catch you soon on another video. Bye for now.